It's find the value of n if 3 raised to the power 2n plus 1 minus 4 bracket 3n plus 1 plus 9 equal to 0. So now, seeing a question like this, since it appears somehow very often in neco, the aim when you see a question like this is to get to the point where you can form a quadratic expression or a quadratic equation. So first of all, we're going to simplify the 3 powers. So we're having something like 3 to n times 3 raised to the power 1. You know, this is the same thing. This is the same thing as 3 raised to the power 2n plus 1. So we also have to simplify this other one here, which will be 3n times 3 raised to the power 1 to plus 9 equal to 0. Okay, so since we've simplified it now, the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to say let p be 3 raised to the power n. Now, you know, notice that if we do this, we'll be able to get a quadratic expression. So that's our major aim, just to get a quadratic expression. So now let's put that into the question. We'll put anywhere we see 3 raised to the power n, we put p. We'll have for this one we'll have we'll have p square, because you know we have 3 raised to the power 2n here, so it will become p square. Then we'll have times 3 minus 4. And anyway, we'll have 3 raised to the power n, we'll put p, so we'll have p here times 3 plus 9 equal to 0. Okay, so we've gotten to this point. So if we just simplify this, we'll have 3p squared minus 12p plus 9 equal to 0. So the next step here is for us to solve this quadratic expression. Now, sometimes you may decide to divide through by 3, sometimes you may not, but I want to use the quadratic formula to solve this. So we'll be having, if I use minus b plus and minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a, we'll be having something like, and this is the value for b, so we have in minus bracket minus 12. For this point, you can solve it with any method you want, completing the square method, quadratic formula method, or the factorization method. So I understand that once you get to this point, you'll be able to solve it on your own. Then this point we have minus 12 squared minus 4 times 3 times 9. Okay, this is all over 2 times a, that is 2 times 3. Okay, now if we bring this up a little bit, we have here this is 12, because minus times minus 12, we have plus and minus square root of 144, and we have minus 12 times 9, we have 108 here. Okay, divided by 6. Okay, so we have here 144 minus 108. If we subtract that, we should be having 36. The 6 here, the 6. And bring this up. 36 over 6. Then we have 12 here. 6 over 6, which will give us 12 plus 6 over 6, or 12 minus 6 over 6. So this is the same thing as 18 over 6, or this is 6 over 6. So we're either going to have x equal to 3 or 1. Okay, so now if you've gotten to this point for the value of x, p, yeah, we're using p. So you notice that we're going to go back to the question. We said that p is is equal to 3 raised power n. So we're going to put that into the equation for p now for us to get the value of n. Remember that we're looking for the value of n. So if we, okay, let me just bring this up. If we know that p, we said p is raised by 3 raised by n. So we'll start with 3 since they are all positive. We'll start with 3 here. We have, if p is 3, we'll put 3 for p here, 3 raised by n. You know, this is automatically 3 raised by 1. So we know that this is 3 raised by 1 equals 3 raised by n. Then these cancel out according to indices, and we have n equal to 1. So this is the first value for n. Now let's get the second value for n. If we put this second positive value here, if we have let's put that p equals to 3 raised by n, then we'll now say, let's say p is equal to 1, as we got here. We got p equals to 3 here, so now p equals to 1. So we know that this is the same thing as this if we put 1 here. So now what can we put as the power of 3 for us to get 1? Automatically, you know that is 3 raised by 0. So this is the same thing. 3 raised by 0 is the same thing as 1. So according to indices, this cancel out. We have n equal to 0. So if you have a question like this, just follow the procedure. You know, we'll go back to it again. This is what they're saying. You should find the value of n. So just your aim when you see something like this is very clear for you to understand that it's going to lead you to a quadratic expression, solving quadratic expression. And once you've gotten to this point, you need to look at the question very well and be able to know which one would be able to give you that quadratic expression. So I was able to put p equals to 3 raised by n, and that was helpful because I was able to get 3p squared minus 12p plus 9 equal to 0. And from this point you can easily solve using any formula method you want, either factorization, the formula method, or completing the square method. And using this we're able to get our answer for p as 3 or 1. And at that point, don't forget to bring back the value. Since you are looking for n, you put p equals to 3 raised by n. That's what we got before. So we'll put the 3 back here, and we find the value for n using indices method. Again, equals to 1. Then for the other positive number, we'll put it back here. And you know that 3 raised by 0 is 1, so n equals to 0. So that is for the first question. We'll be looking at the next one shortly.